Welcome back to another trade recap, guys. This one's gonna be a little bit different because I've been trading a tad bit differently in this session. I've been testing out another trading strategy. Not really, it's honestly the same thing, just a little bit different of an approach in terms of the focus. Win rates are really low right now because I've just been doing like a bunch of random stuff to test it out, get a feel for this. But right now, I was testing it out a little bit in the end of this month, April, March, and I got to a couple wins with it. And then this month has all been just trading in this way. My R&R would be higher if I didn't take two losses. I've been trying to keep it at max two trades, but I was getting a feel for how to approach this trading strategy. Again, it's kind of similar to everything that I've been going over, just a tad bit different in terms of what I'm focusing on. So, in terms of what I'm doing, right, I'm trading fractal models more heavily, and obviously that's a part of the system, but I'm not, in terms of like bias and stuff like that, I haven't even been really looking at that as much. I've just been mostly focusing on fractal models. So, for example, I mostly just go to the 4 hour, look at the daily and how it's forming out. For example, I look at the 800, so I see that we opened low a little bit, went high, and then this is where we are on the 6 o'clock candle. So I'm like, okay, cool. So coming into 9:30, if I want to trade 9:30, what am I going to be looking for, right? I'm going to be looking for maybe a 1 hour model, which we have here because we opened up, closed back within the range of this candle, right? Then if we go to the 30-minute, we have a 30-minute model because we opened low, closed back within, relatively the range of this. We took the high, and then we have a 50-minute model. We took the high, closed back in within the range of this. So it's really cool that we have all these models. Now, how do you trade this, right? So basically, once I think it was still 9:30, so I might have actually done this. I think I did the 1 hour. The 1 hour model because this is 9 o'clock. I might have went straight to 10, I think, because I saw this forming, so I wanted to see if we actually had a 1 hour model. So I think I went to 10, so I was trading the 10 o'clock candle, which is this, right? So after 9 o'clock candle close, I just marked out the equilibrium because if we want to expand downwards, ideally we want to be respecting this candle's range and be trading the wick of the candle be printed within the equilibrium of this candle here. So after that, I honestly just jumped straight down to the 1 minute. You can do 3 minute. You can totally do 3 minute. I just think it's a lot more easier for me to kind of, because like for example on the 3 minute, if I was on a 3 minute, I would have not been able to get such a entry because you can't really tell what's really going on here. So I just jumped right down to the 1 minute. Yes, I'm multi-time frame. I can trade multiple time frames. I can trade all the way from a weekly to a 1 minute. I just don't trade 1 minute sometimes because it's a little bit too much going on. But with this, because I'm trying to trade a little bit more precise, 1 minute is helpful in terms of where we are in time, right? So basically, 9:30 opened up. Pay attention to down here because this is where you're gonna see the time. Look at the time down here. So 9:30 closed, the 9:30 candle closed, so that this is the 10 o'clock candle, right? So the 10 o'clock candle, if we want to go lower, what do we want the 10 o'clock candle to do? Open high and then go low. So we open high and then we close below here, right? So at this point, I was like, okay, cool, we got this. So I just want a continuation confluence. Plus, this is also a break of structure, so that was cool. So if this is going to be our breaker structure on the 10 o'clock candle, I want to see a continuation confluence. Now, what is my continuation confluence? When we close below here, because this would be my order block now, right? This is my break of structure, and then my order block. We closed below here, and I entered here. Candle respected it, and we just went straight towards the draw, which was our draw on liquidity, because all of this, if we go back up to maybe the 5 minute, all of this is low resistance liquidity, so it's a nice draw we got here. So, yeah, and then also, interestingly enough, this 10 o'clock candle, when we were coming back into here, we actually put in an SMT right here on ES, and we were able to capitalize off of that. So we had an SMT holding us down. We had a trade up for the 10 o'clock candle. We had a break of structure, a continuation confluence, entered the trade, and it just went straight towards the draw. I don't think I would have been able to get such a tight, nice entry if I was on the 3 minute. I guess you could have, but I think, yeah, you would have had to maybe entered here. Stop placement maybe at these bodies, and then you could target like the lows. Yeah, so I guess you could do that. Because why here? Because this is the candle that actually closed below this order block here. But I think it's a little bit harder to know why you should enter here, or like why, you know what I mean? Like for me, the picture is a lot more clear when I look at the 1 minute here. So yeah, that's basically this model. We can probably try and do one together. Or maybe I'll just start another video and you guys can go check that out. Because I just wanted to be cover this really quickly to show you how I'm trading right now, because it's actually giving me better R&R. And quite frankly, technically this is probably how I should have been trading overall. I just think that maybe the daily bias and like drawn liquidity stuff kind of, I don't know, how do I put this? It kind of it's just a little bit overwhelming in terms of what I should be focusing on. But maybe now that I'm understanding how the fractals should be traded, maybe I can combine it in terms of, okay, I need to look at like what the draw on liquidity is, the daily bias, and then, you know, using that fractal mostly to frame my trades. So since I understand more about how to do the fractal model now, maybe I can kind of combine it more. But quite frankly, just trading the fractal in general pretty much allows me to get 4R. But maybe if I bring in the draw on liquidity and the daily bias, maybe I can increase my accuracy. But that's what I'm trying to do right now. This is actually the first I've seen my R&R. Like, my R&R hasn't hit 4R in a while, which was pretty disheartening, but maybe I'm starting to figure out the reason why, and that's mostly those fractal models and aligning those time frames. So yeah, with that being said, if you have any comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully the next one will be even better good news. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.